Alright, and welcome to the ultimate guide to auxiliary lines. Now, number one says given that AB is parallel to QR, so here's A to B, and here's Q to R, and we'll draw these arrows to represent that they are parallel. It says find the measure of angle 1. Well, remember, in this scenario, what you always do every single time is you just draw a dashed line going through that joint, like where those two lines kind of meet, and you make this third line, you make it parallel to the other two lines as well. So you could say, hey, this is our auxiliary line, and it's parallel to AB and QR. Now from here, what we want to do is we want to find this angle right here, and let me use a different color. We want to find this angle right there. And it's actually pretty easy in this case. Notice that this angle, what you want to do is you want to say, okay, it's above this line, and it's to the left of that line, and right here this angle 1 is above the dotted line, and it's to the left of this auxiliary line, so we know that these two things are the same. So there's 67 degrees. Switching to green, I notice that this 55 is below this line, and it's to the left of this transversal, and I notice that this bottom angle right here is below the dotted line, and once again to the left of that green transversal. So it must be 55. They are corresponding angles. They are congruent. Now at this point, to find the measure of angle 1, all I have to do is 67 plus 55. So 67 plus 55, and I think that would be 142, but let's check. 2, put my 1, and oh no, good thing we double checked because that's going to be 122 degrees. Man, I was kind of off. All right, perfect. That's the measure of angle 1. Now let's move on to a more difficult example for number 2. Given AB is parallel to QR, so let's draw 2 arrows this time, and 2 arrows this time. And so I know I now want to draw my auxiliary line. Now, wait a second, what do I do here? Well, I notice that I have 74 right there, so that the top portion of this angle must be 74 as well. However, I don't know, let's switch colors here, I don't know what is the bottom portion of that angle. So I take the whole angle, 112, and this time I'll actually take the whole thing and I'll subtract the part 74. Okay, so do a little subtraction. 12 minus 4 gives me 8, and 10 minus 7 gives me 3. So it turns out this bottom little portion is 38 degrees. If you do 112 minus 74, it's 38 degrees, which means that this angle must be 38 degrees as well. Well, how in the world do I go from this 38 to the measure of angle 1? Since both of these angles fall on a straight line, I can simply do 180 minus 38, which should give me 142 degrees. All right? And so angle 1 is 142 degrees. All right, I hope this was helpful. And this was our last video for the whole semester, so we made it. And after y'all finish this, good luck on your ACPs, and I hope y'all have a fantastic Christmas break.